morning. Good morning. I just wanted to jump on really quickly. I got to go to 2 banks today, but I just wanted to jump on really quickly and talk a little bit this morning about identifying safe people. Apparently, this is something that, in my opinion, needs to be taught in school. And it is not being taught, and people are really struggling with identifying if people are safe. And honestly, I don't get it. I don't understand how people cannot know that someone is not a safe person. I don't know what's going on, but it's I don't know if I need to teach a class on that. But we have got to learn how to identify safe people and how to identify people who are not safe. Okay, let's go there. We need to identify both people who are safe and people who are not safe. So, where is this topic coming from? I am coming across a lot of female clients because that's primarily who I work with. So 90% of my clients are female. So that's who I predominantly work with is females, women, okay? Women clients. And I am a woman's coach. I am predominantly a woman's coach. I teach women all about polarity and femininity and returning to that and being the girl, following nature. That's a lot of what I do. But because my platform is now 62% male, I feel this pressure to create content for everyone. And I am a couples therapist, so I do a lot of work with men within couples. But I have very few male clients that are like coaching clients or counseling clients. Most of my clients are women or couples. But this is one of those skills that everyone needs to learn. Every person, male or female, needs to learn how to identify safe people, because a lot of you do not seem to understand who is safe and who is not. And it is really getting you into trouble. It's really causing some negative, very negative repercussions. So, where is this topic coming from? Let me bring it full circle, because y'all know me. I'll get off topic. This topic is coming from a coaching client of mine, a woman who is really struggling with identifying men who are safe. And, she's writing me back and forth, and I'm thinking, okay, the first 3 paragraphs you wrote me, I could say right then, this man is unsafe. Right then, the first 3 paragraphs, I was like, nope, not safe. Not safe. And she keeps writing. And I'm thinking, okay, still not safe. And then she keeps writing. And I'm like, and even further, not safe. So now she's knee deep. She's knee deep into this situation with this man because she cannot determine what a safe man looks like. Ladies, now I'm talking to the ladies this morning. If there are any men on this live, you can listen along, but I'm really talking to the ladies this morning. Ladies, I'm going to give you some things to look for that make a man safe. I'm going to give you some things to look for that make a man not safe. Okay? What makes a man safe is a man who is open, a man who is receptive, a man who, a healthy masculine man, his number one priority is providing safety. He knows how to provide a safe environment for women and children, right? And what does that look like? That looks like not being overtly aggressive. That looks like not going into a woman's personal space unless he's invited. That looks like, not being too, again, touchy without invitation. It's one thing for a woman to touch you. It's another thing for you to touch her. But a lot of touching without invitation, a lot of getting into her personal space without invitation. Those things do not create safety, okay? A lot of aggressive talk, a lot of aggressive speech, all right? So a lot of men say to me, well, this is how men talk, and women need to understand this is how men talk. Baby, you're not telling me nothing. I was raised around nothing but men. I know how men talk. I very much know how men talk. I also know how safe men talk. Okay? Let's go here. My dad, who is one of the most masculine men I know, he does not use profanity around women. Okay? He does not talk in an overtly sexual nature around women. He considers that locker room talk. Thank you, Only One Court, for purchasing a badge. Thank you so much, sweetheart. He considers that locker room talk. He does, there's certain things. My dad does not talk about certain subject matters. There's a way that he does not talk around women or children. I don't know what the balloons is for. My phone, y'all. My phone just be thumbs up. My phone be doing the balloons. I didn't hit nothing. I don't know what that's about. So I apologize. I don't know what's going on with my phone. But I've been noticing that lately. Back to my daddy. So to me, that's what masculinity looks like. It can identify the company that it's in. It can identify, oh, I'm around a bunch of kids. I probably shouldn't be saying the F word. Oh, I'm in mixed company, meaning men and women. I probably shouldn't be talking about titties and ass. Like, that's locker room talk. That's talk that men may do around other men. But doing that around women is considered crass. That is considered being just sexually inappropriate. So I remember my dad and I, when the whole Me Too thing was going on, and my dad and I were talking about it, and he was like, well, what are these men doing? Like he was truly baffled. Like, what are they doing? What are they saying? Like, he thinks it's common knowledge that there's certain things you don't talk about around women and children. You don't do around women and children. Like, he was truly baffled. I was telling him about the Cosby thing and all of it. And he was like, well, what are these men doing? Like, why are they getting into this kind of trouble? So he even considers those men to be bad men. Those men are not safe, because healthy masculine men, they know what subjects to talk about around women. They know what subjects to avoid around women and children. Okay? So, yes, men who got sense in their head, men who were raised right, men who are healthy masculine men, a big part of that is people feel safe around them. I actually did a post about that, and a bunch of men actually were up in arms about it. I was like, wow, y'all are really telling on yourself. And it says something to the effect of, a big marker of your masculinity is your ability to make people feel safe, or women feel safe. I have to go back and read it, but that's in jest. That's what it said. A big part of you being a healthy masculine man is your ability to make people safe, or make women safe. That's the truth. That's the truth. And the fact that men push back, no, that don't have nothing to do with it. That has everything to do with it. My 82-year-old father understands that. That is a responsibility that every masculine, healthy man has. And guess what? Let's go here. Guess what? Not only do masculine men have that responsibility, they welcome it. They welcome it. It's like today's man doesn't want to be responsible for anything or anybody. Today's man wants to get in mixed company, talk crazy, talk sexually inappropriate, cuss his head off, and then when you say something about it, so what? So what? I'm like, wow, this is where we're at. But yeah, I remember my dad being like, yeah, I'm confused about the whole Me Too thing. Like, what is this? What's going on? Like, didn't he know better than that? Didn't he know not to talk about that? Didn't he know not to touch this woman, get in her personal space? Like, this is manhood 101. And these are things that my uncles, my grandfather, my brothers, my male cousins, like, they all know this. And yet here I am living in a world with all these people that don't know this. So I need y'all to understand, sometimes, I'm like, I'm fed up because of how I was raised. Like, I was raised around good men. And when I see men like completely misbehaving, completely acting a fool, like, it makes me want to just go on about my business, because I'm like, what's going on out here? What is wrong with these men? And I got into it with a man in the comments about, well, we don't feel a need to protect, or we don't feel a need to be responsible in that way because y'all say y'all are independent and y'all say this and y'all say that. Okay, but again, do not let the culture talk you out of your common sense. So this is what I said again in the post. Women and children are vulnerable. We are physically vulnerable to attack. We are physically vulnerable to sexual assault, to rape, to murder. We are physically vulnerable. A man, the average man, can kill a woman with his bare hands. The average woman with no weapon at all cannot kill a man with her bare hands. Now, we're talking about the average. We're not talking about no super 6'10", 300-pound woman who's like nothing but muscle. We're not talking about that. We're talking about me, 5'6", 140 pounds all day. And we're talking about the average man, 5'9", 5'10", maybe 200 pounds. He has more upper body strength than I do, right? I have more lower body strength than he does. That's why I can push out a baby. But let's not get it twisted. You all have drank this cultural Kool-Aid that says, women say they're fine. Women say, no, they're not. They're not, because the truth is, they've drank the cultural Kool-Aid. They don't even believe in the biological fact I just told you. So it's up to other people who got sense in their head to know that and to act accordingly. I know that. And I act accordingly. So if I'm out with a group of women and they want to walk down the street at 1 o'clock in the morning and park in a dark alley, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Okay. Your misbelief, you're drinking the cultural Kool-Aid or thinking that, oh, can't nobody mess with me. Can't nobody. But no, that's not going to override my common sense. My common sense says I am a woman. I have a vagina. I have something that, bad men want. And I could be accosted. I could be assaulted. I could be sexually assaulted or raped. I could be killed. I am very much aware of that fact. Very much aware of that fact. I don't know where you've been living that you are not aware of that fact as a woman. That says a lot about you. If you really believe that you can go to a stranger's house, you can go to a male stranger's house and feel totally safe. I don't know what world you're living in. Like, to me, I don't like this world, honestly. I don't like the world we're living in, where women can meet a man on a dating app, a total stranger that you have no connection to at all. And you have the audacity to go to this man's house and have sex with him. I'm trying to wrap my head around that. Like, you have completely become indoctrinated to the cultural foolishness if you're doing that. You are very much putting yourself at risk. Very much so. You're putting yourself at sexual health risk. You're putting yourself at physical risk. This man could do anything to you. You are a damn fool. Let me just call it like I see it. You are a fool if you are behaving in that manner. But it's like today's woman, and this young lady is 28. Like I said, it's like today's young woman cannot determine safe versus unsafe. Okay? That's unsafe. I've been preaching this to my daughter forever. Stop engaging with strange men you don't know. Other than talking on the phone, other than a text, that's it. Anything else is you going out with friends, you going out in a group, you don't know him. Do not go into his place. Do not let him in your place. It's not safe. And what did my grandmama say? Better safe than sorry. Y'all, I grew up on better safe than sorry. can I just be real? Can I tell you how many people I have pissed off because of that phrase right there? How many parents I pissed off by saying no to having my daughter sleep over their house? How many men I pissed off by saying, no, you cannot come and pick me up. It's not going to happen. I will meet you there. You will not know where I live. And look, I'll take a whole different roundabout way to go home. You're not going to follow me home. How many people have I pissed off? Hundreds. Hundreds of people that I pissed off because of that one phrase. Better safe than sorry. I live by it. And can I keep it real? My mama lived by it. My grandmama lived by it. Guess what? Let me, guess what? I have never been raped. I have never been sexually assaulted. Other than my boyfriend calling himself, this was the one incident of domestic violence where my boyfriend, we got into a fight and he called himself smacking me. That's it. And that's not great, but yeah, that's about it. That's about it. That's the most violence I have experienced at the hands of a man, is a boyfriend smacking me when I was 22. I was 22. But better safe than sorry has gotten me this far. It's gotten me this far. So no real incidences of domestic violence, no real broken bones and black eyes, no sexual assault, no rape. Okay? No molestation. Because the people in my family, they live by that phrase. Better safe than sorry. They will piss you off before they put their child in danger. And that's the school of thought that I come from. And that's the school of thought I want to teach you to come from. I told my daughter just recently when she went to Fort Lauderdale, if you are in any kind of danger, I said, you make a complete and utter scene. You make a complete fool of yourself. Don't you ever be afraid to embarrass yourself if you are in any type of danger, if you are in danger of being sexually assaulted, if a man touches you the wrong way, or no. You make a complete fool out of you and him. I have no pride when it comes to that. No pride. I will turn tables over in restaurants. I will make a complete scene. If a man call himself reaching under the table to touch me, to touch between, I will make a complete scene. That's what I want to teach you to do. Is you have got to have the better safe than sorry. You have got to, and you've got to piss people off. You got to be willing to piss people off. You got to be willing to say no. You got to be willing to be hyper vigilant. You got to be willing to trust your gut. It blows my mind how many women don't trust their instinct. They don't even have an intuition. I say, what does your gut tell you? What does that small, still voice inside of you tell you? What does it, what, I don't know. Sometimes I think it's my anxiety. No. You have to know the difference. You have to learn how to identify anxiety, which is just you tripping, and what is your instinct, your intuition, your true God designed, don't do that, don't go there, not him, girl. I have honed that. And like I said, even in the process of honing it, just remember this phrase, better safe than sorry. Better safe than sorry. That's it. So if ever you're confused, it might just be anxiety. Better safe than sorry. That's what you're going to tell yourself every single time. And like I said, I am well equipped in the dark feminine. Y'all are going to learn all about it next Sunday. Very well equipped. And so I don't care. There's plenty of men that call it all kind of things, but it is actually dark feminine energy. That is the energy that keeps me safe. That is the energy that helps me to determine a safe person versus a not safe person. That is the energy that will embarrass you, me, and everyone else up in here if I need to. I have no fear about going to that energy because that energy keeps me safe. I am still very much in my feminine. I'm in the dark feminine part of me. So I'm not crass. I'm not rude. I'm not eye rolling and teeth sucking. I'm not doing any of that. But I am very much like, we're not going to do that. We are not doing that. Are you really attempting to put your hand on my leg underneath the table? See, that is that energy. Right? So there's nothing ghetto about it. There's nothing, but it is a very clear, you are in violation of my personal space. You're in violation of my standard. You're in violation of my values. That's it. That's it. Okay? But you need to know safe people. So how about this? We have a percentage of men now, because they're being indoctrinated by the internet. They're being indoctrinated by YouTube and Instagram and TikTok. And all they want to talk about is the problems of women. All they want to talk about is the masculine women and the women who won't lead and the women who won't submit and this and that. And I mean, they lead with this energy, right? They assume that you are that over just being open. Like they literally walk up on women with this energy. Oh, you're not submissive. Oh, you can't be led. Those men are not safe. Those men are not safe. Anytime a man is talking about nothing but what he's seeing online, what he's hearing online, and he's identifying, aligning with it, they're not safe. And how about this? The man doesn't even realize he's not safe. He doesn't even realize, like, all of this not being safe is really just, he don't even know no better. He don't even realize that him doing that is him not being safe. He don't even realize it. Oh, and I heard about this and women this and then masculine women and blah, blah, blah. When that's all they can talk about, instead of being open and just getting to know you and figuring out for themselves, like, oh, let me see what this person's about. Forget what I just watched on YouTube. Forget the TikTok video I just watched. Forget the Instagram reel I just watched. I'm just meeting this person. I'm just meeting this person. And that's how I am with every man. I don't know this man. I don't need to project onto this man a reel or a TikTok or a YouTube video that I just saw. I don't know him. I am open. There's a measure of what I call a trust that we kind of give to people, even people we don't know. But again, your instinct, your intuition will let you know when to roll it back. Right? So I'm about to go into the furniture store. I'm looking for a recliner for the living room. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to meet with a salesperson. I'm going to give that person a measure of trust. I'm going to assume that that person is not out to screw me over. I'm going to assume that that person's going to give me the best deal possible. I'm going to assume that that person, is just doing their job. I'm not going into the furniture store and assuming, oh my God, this guy's like waiting to screw me over. He's going to charge me 3 times what the chair really costs. No, I'm not doing that. I've never met this man a day in my life. So I'm going to assume, I'm here to do business. You're here to make a sale. That's normal and healthy and natural. But here's the difference between me and a lot of people. And this is what I hope I can teach people. I tune into my intuition though. So I'm talking to him. He's talking to me. If what he's saying makes sense, if I say, hey, this thing has got a little scratch here. This is like kind of messed up here. Do you think you'd be able to take 10% off? You think you'd be able to take 20% off? Like, I listen. I watch people's body language. And if any of that seems off, if any of it seems weird, if something about it feels like I'm being messed over, I trust that. So now I do reel back a level of trust that I automatically gave this person. Like, ooh, something about this don't seem right. Let me reel it back. Let me get a little tighter. Let me bring out that dark feminine, because something about this seems weird to me. But see, people are so disconnected from themselves, from their body. People are so outwardly focused. They don't even know how to identify their own intuition. They don't even know how to, God is downloading stuff into you and you don't even know how to identify it because you're so disconnected from yourself. But yes, I treat every man that is interested in me romantically that way. I'm open. There's a tiny measure of trust that he just is given. And depending on how the exchange goes, I either give a little more or I reel it back in. That's it. That's the whole thing right there. But I am open. And people tell me it's a gift that, I've had some things happen to me in the past, but I don't bring those things forward. I don't bring those things forward. If I get triggered, I identify that I am triggered. I'm very good at saying, you know what? This is reminding me of the last person I dated. I'm very good at that. And I tell the person that. This hot and cold, this, you calling at 9, 10 o'clock at night is very much reminding me of the last person I dated. And it felt like a breadcrumbing situation, and I had to end that situation. So I'm not interested in having that situation again. Right? That's it. That's it. That's what I'm going to tell the person. This reminds me of the last situation. Okay. This is what the last situation was, and this is why I don't want it. That's it. That's it. But prior to that, I address every man like he's a brand new man, because he is. If any man walked up on me right now that I don't know him. I don't know him. So I don't bring anything from the past to this man, because why? And y'all, just honestly, I don't remember, I don't hold on to the past like that. That's kind of part of who I am too. I just don't hold on to the past like that. I just, it happened, it hurt, I heal from it and I let it go. And that's just how I'm built. I'm not a grudge holder. I'm not someone that continues to, because so-and-so did this to me. I don't like that energy. That energy feels very unhealthy to me. So that's just me. I don't like that energy, and that's a lot of reason why I don't do it. But apparently it's a gift. Apparently other people can't do that. They hold on to stuff and carry it around in their bag, and they will whip it out on people, even people they don't know. I don't understand that, because I don't know you. I don't know you. So in my mind, you fresh and new. So, but ladies, we have to identify good, which is healthy masculine men they help people to feel safe, right? They help people to feel safe. They don't come into your personal space unless invited. They don't touch you unless invited. And invited means you touch them first. Your body language is smiling. Maybe you're leaning in. Maybe you come into his personal space. Okay, that's an invitation. That's a nonverbal invitation. But even then, I tell men, less is more. I have worked with a few men, and I kid you not, they have lots and lots of good experiences with women. And they all say the same thing. Anita, I credit you teaching me. I credit you telling me what to do. I credit you, because I tell men all the time, if you want to get laid, stop acting like you want to get laid. That's it, bottom line. Stop acting like you want to get laid. Stop talking about sex all the time. Stop alluding to sex all the time. The woman, just on that strength alone, is going to want to give you something, because she's just like, well, what is happening? He's not trying to be all on me and this and that. You can let a woman know you find her attractive, but that's technically not sexual. You can say, man, there's just something about you, something about your essence, your beauty, your this, your that, your intellect. A man can let you know he finds you attractive without being creepy, without being over-sexualized. I keep telling men, stop leading with sex. Stop leading with your wallet. Just be a good guy. Be an interesting person. That's it. Be interested. A lot of y'all don't do the basics, which is ask questions. You want to turn a woman on? Ask questions. You don't have to buy her anything. You don't have to come off all, sexual Rico Suave. Ask her questions about her life. Ask her questions about her work. Ask her questions about her hobbies and her interests, her friends and all of it. Ask questions. That's the way to turn a woman on. Actually seem genuinely interested in her. Men don't do that. But y'all want to get laid. You want to get laid so bad, and you want to lead with, I find you attractive and I want to be with you and da-da-da-da-da. Okay, and what would be the outcome of that? That's what I tell women to ask men all the time. And so what would be the overall outcome? What's the outcome that you're looking for? Like, ask a man that. And because he can't say, I simply want to get laid, he's going to come up with some other BS answer. But really? Come on. What is the outcome of us getting to know one another? Where would you like to see this go? Like, really ask that. Because most men that just want to get laid, that just want to fool around and ruin your life, they're not going to know the answer to that. Because they're certainly not going to say to be your husband, to protect and provide for you, and all of the things. They're not going to say that. They're going to say everything but that. But really, ding, 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 that's the answer. The outcome is to be your man, is to be your husband one day, is to provide and protect you, and to, truly know you and see you. That's the ding, ding, ding answer. But he's going to give you any other answer but that. But again, that's telling you, is the man safe or not? Is the man safe or not? He's not going to tell you, well, the overall outcome is to get what I came for. That's what most men, that's the truth. Most men are coming for what they're coming for. That's the outcome. So it's not about you, it's about them. Okay? But safe men are going to make you feel safe. Safe men are going to be respectful. Safe men are going to be kind. Safe men are going to be direct. Safe men are going to be clear. Ooh, clarity. Clarity equals safety. I dated this guy, I kid you not. I never had so much. You would have thought I lost 20 pounds in that little relationship because I never had so much word salad in my life. That's all I got fed was word salad. Blah, 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 blah. So where do you see this going? Well, blah, 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 blah. That's what it felt like every time, every question, every time. Oh, let me dance around. I mean, just nothing but word salad. All the time, all the time. And I don't even like salad like that, y'all. I'll have a salad every now and again, but I ain't no big fan of salad. So I was getting real frustrated. I'd rather have a steak. I'd rather have a ribeye, tomahawk. Okay? And what does that look like? This is what it is. This is what I want. This is what I don't want. This is what I need. That's what a steak looked like to me. Direct, clear. I know what I'm getting. But all that word salad, all of this, no thank you. So that's an unsafe person. If you leave their presence and something just don't feel right in your spirit, if you leave their presence and you're more confused than when you came, that's an unsafe person. An unsafe person is selfish. An unsafe person does not provide clarity. An unsafe person does not make you feel safe, does not do things that make you feel safe. They can be aggressive. An unsafe person does not know how to connect. So I really want you to hear me on that. Today's modern people are not good at connection. They're not good at laying the groundwork for a healthy connection. So again, there's a lot of hot and cold, in and out, on and off. There's very little consistency. People who are safe are consistent. Okay? And ladies, like I said, what hurts my heart so much about this situation with my client, like I said, the first 3 paragraphs of her writing. Oh, he disappeared for 5 days. Oh, he blocked me temporarily. Oh, I can't make this up. And yet you're here asking me questions. And I kid y'all not, I spent most of the session just saying, what do you feel? What do you feel? What do you feel about this? How do you feel about this? Well, I don't feel good. That's the answer. I feel confused. That's the answer. I don't feel safe. That's the answer. No clarity. That's the answer. No consistency. That's the answer. No real connection because it's off and on, hot and cold, in and out. That's the answer. So you cannot, hear me well, ladies, you cannot build anything good, anything healthy, anything long-term with someone who is not consistent, with someone who will not show up 90 to 95% of the time, right? With someone who can maintain closeness. As soon as you get close, they run off. And then they'll slowly come back. And then you get close and they run off. You cannot have anything real or good with a person like that. That person has work to do on themselves. It has nothing to do with you. They have an issue. They have an avoidance. Whether it's fearful or dismissive, they have issues. And they need to work on those issues. And nothing you do, no amount of chasing, no amount of convincing, no amount of cajoling is going to change the fact that this person is not ready to have something real. And even if they are scared, let's say it's just, let's give this man the benefit of the doubt. Let's say he's just scared out of his mind. Okay. And I've done this. Like, okay, this man isn't a bad man. He's just scared out of his mind. He's just scared out of his mind because a woman is coming along. She wants to have something real with him. She wants to have a real connection. She wants to get to know him. She wants to be a safe space for him. Like, let's just say he's just scared out of his mind. And I've met men like this where I don't think they're bad men. I think they're just scared out of their mind. Because I love myself, I will not continue. I will not continue. That person has to do their work. That's it. Plenty of men that I've gone out with, plenty of men that I've attempted to date, and I don't think they're bad guys, but they have issues. They have fears. They have avoidance in them. And it doesn't even come from me. It comes from their childhood. It comes from their past relationships. It comes from their past marriages. But what does Anita do? She chooses Anita. I choose me every single time. Regardless of the reason why this man can't show up, all that matters is he can't show up. And ladies, I need you to start saying that to yourself. He can't show up. That's it. It doesn't matter why. It doesn't matter if he was beaten by his stepfather as a child. It doesn't matter if he was abused by his, abandoned by his mother. Doesn't matter if both parents left him and he was raised by his grandmother. Doesn't matter. He can't show up in a healthy way for you, right? So that's it. All you need to identify is, how do I feel when I'm with this person? When I'm with them, when I'm away from them, both of them. Check in on both. There's times where I felt good with a man when I was with him, and I felt horrible when I was away from him, because it was just so, it was so ambivalent. I didn't know when I would see him again. I didn't know when I would hear from him again. And that level of uncertainty was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. There has to be a level of certainty in healthy relationships. And this level of uncertainty felt awful. So I was like, no thanks. This does not feel good. I don't want to sign up for this. I don't need to ask a relationship expert. I don't need to talk to my therapist about it. I'm just going to rely on the fact that it doesn't feel good in my body, right? So even if I feel good with this person when I'm with them, when I'm away from them, the level of uncertainty, the level of disconnection, the level of lack of communication, it doesn't feel good. I can't build anything real with this person. And so it basically has you feeling like crap when you're not with them and wondering when you'll be with them again, right? And then you're with them. It's like a high and a low, a roller coaster. And it's a horrible way to have a relationship. It's a horrible way to live. So I don't recommend anyone do it. But ladies, we need to talk about safety and how to determine a safe man and a man who is not safe. I will bring this into Sunday's class because it's something that is so crucial. It is so crucial. I will bring this into Sunday's class because we have got to have this conversation. We've got to have this conversation. about dark feminine and light feminine, but also about how to determine a man who's safe, how to determine a man who's unsafe. Okay? A huge red flag to a man who is unsafe is a man who rushes you, a man who rushes in, a man who tells you he loves you in the first week, tells you he's never met any woman like you before in the first week. That man is unsafe. That man is unsafe. That's weird. That's weird. And, oh, you're my twin flame. Oh, you're my soulmate in the first week, in the first couple of days. Like, can I be honest? That's weird. That's incredibly unsafe. This man doesn't know you. And remember, love is not just limerence. Even if that person is experiencing limerence, okay? And that is just a high level of infatuation. Love is an act. It's not just a feeling. It is what people do. Okay? So you haven't known me long enough to consistently do anything. You don't love me because one, you don't know me. And two, we haven't known each other long enough for you to consistently show up and for me to consistently show up with you. So just please remember that. Men who want to rush you, men who want to like love bomb you and do all these things and be all, that's not safe. That's a huge red flag. That's not safe. A man who won't give you clarity, it's not safe. A man who, ghosts you, who just goes off and disconnects from you is not safe. A man that when you try to get clarity or you try to hold him accountable, like, hey, where were you? 5 days has gone by. I call myself reaching out to you and I didn't hear from you. If you get any form of aggression, that man is not safe. If you get aggression from trying to get clarity, that man is not safe. Like, I feel like these things are like femininity 101, but maybe they're not. So I am not shaming anyone. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's meant for me to teach you because I can see this stuff coming a mile away. And people love to talk about single relationship experts, single couples therapists, or dating coaches. But here's what you need to know. We have a high level of education on the topic. Yes, we have high standards. I had a guy actually, y'all standards are too high. No, not too high, boo-boo. We have a high, here we go with the balloons. We have high standards. We cannot just be with anyone. Okay? That is a huge difference. And because I know the difference between a safe man and an unsafe man. Like, this is going to be really sad to hear. Yes, I believe most men are good. I believe most women are good. I believe most people are good. But the percentage of bad people is growing. It's growing. The percentage of bad men is growing. The percentage of bad women is growing. And it's because so many of us have been traumatized. So many of us have been hurt and abused and used. And we are adding to the number of unsafe people. So honestly, a lot of people are not safe. A lot of men are not safe. And I can see it a mile away. And no, I'm not I had somebody say, oh, well, you use the word mediocre. Why can't you help that person be better? Like, no, that's not, I don't believe that's a part of my feminine, support of a man. Like, no, that's for him to do. And there are things that we help each other with, but his personal growth is his personal growth. Like, I can't help him with that. He's got to be willing to get on that journey, get on that path, and walk that path out. Now, he can let me know, hey, I'm not perfect. I'm a work in progress. And these are the things I'm working on. I love that. That's what I do. That's what I do when I first meet a person. Hey, I just need to let you know about some things. There's some things that last person I dated, I straight up told him, hey, I did this attachment style thing. I found out some time ago that I'm what's called a fearful avoidant attachment style. It's something that I'm working on. I'm working on it in therapy. I'm working on it with my reading. I am actively working on becoming more securely attached. I actually said that within the first 2 months of dating. That is what it looks like. I have identified something within me and I'm letting you know about it. And I am actively working on it. So that's it. That's it. That's what I want to see come to me from the other person. Not them let me tell y'all, not them showing up as the videos that I posted, the Teal Swan videos. So not them showing up and pretending to be one person and then 3 to 6 months later becoming someone else. Not that. No, not that. Just be you. Be your authentic self. Don't try to sell me a dream. Don't try to, do all this fancy stuff in the beginning to try to hook me. Don't do that. Okay? Don't do that. Just be your authentic self. Be you. Be real. Live the life that you've been living. Just fold me into that life. That's what I want to see happen. You need to go through healing, inner healing. Well, I'm actively doing that right now. Like I'm always doing that. I'm never not inner healing. Like I'm always inner healing. So, and definitely because of the work I do. Sometimes I'll take on other people's stuff. So I'm always inner healing. But yeah, just be you. Just be you and be the best you. Be the best version of you that you can. That's what people don't understand. So if you're 300 pounds overweight, yes, that's not the best version of you. If you have horrible table manners, that's not the best version of you. If your money isn't right, that's not the best version of you. If you don't have a car, if you don't have a place to live, that's not the best version of you. So I'm not asking you to be someone else. I'm asking you to be the best version of you. Okay? That's what people keep saying. Oh, the woman doesn't want me. She doesn't want me. She wants this other guy. She wants this guy I'm pretending to be. The right woman for you wants the best version of you. Just like I want to give a man the best version of me. I am working on being the best version of me. I'm not pretending to be someone I'm not. Okay? I got weird things and weird quirks and all the things. I'm not pretending to be someone I'm not. I eat meat. How many vegan men have I met in the last 2 years? And I straight up tell them, I eat meat. I eat meat. I'm not interested in that lifestyle. And they keep trying to sell it to me. Oh, and this and that. And don't eat flesh. Don't eat blood. Don't eat. Okay. I eat meat. Like I said, I can only be me. I can only be me. I'm not going to lie and pretend to be something I'm not. That's it. That's it. But ladies, we're going to talk about this Sunday in the masterclass. If you have not signed up, you may do so through the link in my bio, through the pillar link. Please sign up because we need to talk about this. And the antidote to finding out that a man is not safe is walking away. That's it. That's it. That's the antidote. And many women do not want to apply it. I had one lady where, she was just hell-bent on this guy giving her a reason when she finds out, look, she sees these pictures online of him and the girlfriend. She sees them at the beach. She sees them, it's just crazy. All these people saying, oh, what a beautiful couple. Oh, y'all are so, and he's hearting all the comments. And like I said, the whole time, is that your girlfriend? Yes, it's his girlfriend. What else do you need? Is that your girlfriend? I'm confused. Is that you're telling me you're going out with me? We're going to this event. Is that your girlfriend? Yes, it's his girlfriend. It's a woman that he's romantically linked to. And yet she just will not accept that this man lied. No, it's not. It's just a really close friend, and we're going to the beach together, and we always do this and this and that. Honey, he lied. Accept it and disconnect. That's the antidote to unsafe people. Disconnect. And if you have an unsafe person in your life, and let's say that person's a family member, let's say that person's once a trusted friend or whatever, you can try to set boundaries. But I'm going to be frank. A lot of unsafe people don't know how to deal with boundaries. And when we're talking about a man that ain't your husband, the antidote is to let go. That's the antidote. That's the only antidote I know. If you find out that man's unsafe, let go. Walk away. And do so without any explanation. Do so without any apology. Do so without any closure. Walk away. Walk away. Let your overthinking mind, come up with some story and believe that story as true and walk away. Leave him alone. Y'all, I kid y'all not. I have thought of some of the craziest closure stories just to give myself closure. Just to give myself closure. I've done this several times where it does help me to just walk away from that person. Okay, this person's a pedophile. This person's a drug dealer. Like, I'll just make up these crazy stories. Like, yeah, this person's probably, a porn addict, or this person's probably, I just make up a story. And once I believe it in my spirit, it makes it that much easier to let go. Like, okay, just let go. This person has some serious problems. And, oh, this person flirted with your sister. Like, I just come up with a story, and it helps me to let go of that person. But yeah, let go, walk away. Walk away. Stop looking for something from this person outside of you that they're not going to give you. Just walk away. Once you find out that they're unsafe, and your gut is telling you that. These groups online, the Are We Dating the Same Guy? Again, these women are posting their boyfriends or posting guys they met on dating apps or guys they just started dating. That's the answer. If you are thinking about posting that man, that's the answer. That's the answer. It's like you're going online looking for confirmation. You're looking for permission. You don't need anybody's permission. That's the answer right there. If something ain't adding up, that's the answer. If you can't call between this time and this time, that's the answer. If he's disappearing and not answering the phone, that's the answer. But we're not trusting ourselves. And I think a part of it is the scarcity mindset. In your mind, I've made a connection with this person. When will that happen again? When will that, I don't know when the next time I'll make a connection with another person. It's the scarcity mindset. And you're willing to stay with an unsafe person. And let me tell you something. Unsafe people are going to do what unsafe people do. They're going to wreak havoc in your life. Absolute havoc. So just understand that. Okay? This is just the tip of the iceberg. I'm going to go even deeper. I've been writing notes about this, and I'm working on the presentation for Sunday. So ladies, if you would like to be a part of it, please register at the link in my bio, because we need to talk about this. We need to get stronger. I would love to eradicate all forms of violence against women and children. That is a cause that I'm very passionate about. I am also very anti-porn. Everyone who knows me and knows my platform knows that. That's another cause that I'm very passionate about. I am very anti-porn, because those things are not good for women or children. They are the cornerstone of destructing our society. So however you feel about that is how you feel about it. But join me on Sunday, April 7th, 7:30 p.m. We will meet for the next masterclass, Dark Feminine versus Light Feminine. Thank you so much as always. I appreciate you being here. Have a wonderful day. And as always, stay open to love.